Hello, all you Gare Bears out there above and beyond and into the universe. Welcome to another edition of the Gare Bear Review. Today, we're going to go over a special, interesting film called Deliver Us from Evil. Yes, in case you haven't heard from it. It's a horror film with Eric Bana, so it has a very interesting tale about it. Now, I have to say, this thing was a very interesting. It was a very interesting film because these types of films don't really do well. You know, they don't do well coming out around summertime, around June, July, and August. They don't really do well towards those months. They may have a summer type element or relevance, kind of like Friday the 13th, where there's a camp and whatever, but it it just doesn't, play well with, certain summertime crowds, because everyone's here, everyone's off from work, everyone's off from school. Some of those crowds don't really mix in together very well. So sometimes this summer horror movies don't really do that well. I mean, the research shows it. That's all I'm saying. But this was actually fairly to that fact because it's a horror film. Really play. They don't really play releasing at the end of the horror films tend to do well toward releasing at the end of September through October, obviously, and maybe midway, maybe the first few week of November. Because that's your audience. People want to be scared. They want to be they want to be scared completely with with the ambiance. It just plays better with a Halloween or horror type vibe, which is exactly what it is. Trust me. I watch scary movies and horror movies all the time. During the other parts, and they just seem out of place. The actors that are usually available for those types of movies don't really do well at all. They're horrible at acting. I just hate to see that because sometimes I really love those actors and they tend to flop on really shitty movies. Um, I do have to say that this film was actually greatly put into my wheelhouse because if you know me, if you know me, I love to know. I love to find out about the unknown. I like the unexplained. The unexplained supernatural. It's what I like. It's my wheelhouse. I like to find out stuff. Figure out what's going on. Why is this happening? Stuff like that. This film basically gave me what I want. It's what people like me want in a film. You know, for the strange and the unknown. It's based on true events, which actually just makes it really super crazy and super scary for that fact alone. And it's also it's told from the point of view of the cop. I forgot his name, but it's from this cop, and a Boston cop, and him and his partner get these calls of supernatural findings and supernatural deaths, and honestly, if you know, it's it was actually really fun to see that type of film again. Considering it's only been a year, I guess, since October, since those movies came out. Honestly, though, if you actually see this movie, the CGI was actually really weird. It could have been a lot better. I would have felt if it was better. The cast did a good job. I liked Eric. Normally I don't really like Eric Bana, especially since he did the Incredible Crap. I mean the Hulk. Um, he was actually really good. He played the Boston cop, played the main character. He seems to be perfectly in place for that movie. I actually had no problem with him being there. They also had Joel McHale who played the quirky friend, the laughter, the funny friend. Is always cracking jokes, and it was good to have that. Between Eric Bana and him, it was good to have that balance. So that was good. I did enjoy this film. I'm only gonna recommend this film only if you guys tend to like what I like. The horror films, the supernatural, the unknown, if you will, the unexplained. If you do like those types of films, this is actually a decent movie for you to watch. It didn't frighten me, it didn't really scare me, but it doesn't have a lot of jump scares. So if you want to check it out, go with my blessing, if you will, and check it out. Our next adventure, make sure you guys show like, subscribe, so you can get to our next adventure, because it is Scarlett Johansson and Lucy. I'm actually looking really forward to this film. I'm hoping it's not a total suck fest, so let's hope for that, and make sure you guys stay tuned.